I always wondered where my mandibula was. From the title and music, I'm guessing this is a William Castle movie where Vincent Price is menaced by a plastic marionette. Carl E. Mason, Ph.D., known in his network as the Bone Doctor. Eat a sandwich, Twiggy.
The human body frame is an amazing assembly of pillars and columns, of rings and arches, of bridges and supports, all movable, all designed for maximum efficiency, for work without interruption for many, many years.
He's juicing.
From the times of the games in ancient Olympia to modern athletic contests, man has tested the power and endurance of his body in stiffest competition.
Just a little bone joke there. Haha. Seems like pole vaulting would be easier without the bones.
In the quest for more knowledge about his own body,
Oh God,
man
no!
tried to find out how each species adapts itself to the environment.
What's your secret, amoebas?
He recognized that plants develop special cells and fibers that hold up their beautiful flowered heads. He found that animals have different types of support. Some have an outside support, like the sponge,
Shown here with the square pants removed.
the coral, the clam. They are enclosed in their houses, but the vertebrates, the fish,
Not a fish.
the reptiles, the birds, and the mammals have an internal body frame which gives them a greater freedom of motion.
And a built-in xylophone.
And among the mammals, the human species is the only one that developed a frame which holds it upright and gives it strength and mobility on the ground, in the water, in climbing, jumping, or running.
Or dabbing, or planking, or
Some
slouching.
200 bones of every conceivable size and shape, moved by some 700 muscles, are ready to perform feats of great skill and follow every command of a highly developed nervous system.
Yeah, when my highly developed nervous system tells my skeleton to dance, the results are calamitous.
Each of the 200 bones of the human skeleton has a specialized function to perform, but all the bones together give the body its shape.
It's the in utero
At
lady.
the same time, many of the bones protect and support the organs of the body. The ribs protect the lungs.
Not against vaping.
The breastbone shields the heart.
Not against Cecilia.
The pelvic girdle, with a part of the spinal column, protects the lower abdominal cavity.
You mean the front
The
butt?
pelvic girdle also provides the base for both legs.
A 2-for-1 deal. Nice.
The bones of the cranium are thick and firmly connected to protect the most important of all organs,
The crystal
brain,
skull,
and the delicate sensory organs, such as the eyes and ears.
for instance.
The spinal cord, this sensitive and all-important organ, is guarded from injury by small bones or vertebrae, which at the same time provide firm but flexible support for the trunk part of the body.
May not apply to politicians.
To permit the body to move freely, the human skeleton has a number of joints, each serving a special purpose. The elbow joint resembles a hinge and is called the hinge joint. A hinge joint allows movement in one direction only, but with considerable pulling power.
Hey, that was just a high school
The
phase.
knee
Leave me
bones
alone.
also function like hinges on a door. The moving X-ray picture demonstrates this one-sided motion of the hinge joint of the knee.
You know what else is one-sided? That cable
The
news.
shoulder joint gives considerable freedom to the arm, which can rotate in several directions. Such a joint is called a ball and socket joint.
Just like man's closest evolutionary relative, the bionicle.
Just like the arm at the shoulder, the legs at the hip can move nearly in every direction. The ball and socket joint is so designed that it allows a rotary motion in several directions.
This condition is known as Jimmy leg.
The wrist can also move in several directions.
Hi,
but
hello.
the wrist motion is achieved by another type of joint called a gliding joint, because the wrist bones glide over each other as the wrist moves up and down or sideways.
This is handy for waving goodbye to your family or smacking a bellboy.
Bones could not stand the friction and tension demanded of them
Oh, God.
if it were not for constant lubrication.
Oh.
Every movement of the joints is lubricated by a secretion called the synovial fluid.
No thanks.
This fluid is secreted by membranes located at the joint ends of bones. The synovial fluid and the cartilage of the joints provide frictionless motion.
Rip, crack, scream.
The size of bones varies with the function they have to perform.
Phrasing, Gary.
Bones grow along lines of stress.
Oh, I got those.
A well-developed shin bone, for instance, can support 20 times its normal load.
Thanks, Terry Gilliam.
With exercise, the spinal column loosens up to allow considerable freedom of motion, forward and backward, and to both sides.
Again with the both sides.
It is important to keep it in good shape, because the backbone is the axis of the skeleton.
Sounds exhausting.
And yet few people have perfectly shaped spines. Round backs can be seen everywhere.
Hey, keep it civil.
Sometimes well-formed spines get bent out of shape when children carry loads that are too heavy for them.
Look at this load I
But
found.
round and hollow backs are mostly the result of bad habits. The spinal column should neither be misused nor condemned to inactivity.
Me.
Lack of exercise is one of the most frequent causes of a weak spine. High heels can also force the spine out of shape.
And this family hates posture.
The best form of exercise for the spinal column is carrying a moderate load on the head. Balancing a load on the head forces all parts of the spinal column to become active, and it develops strength and flexibility.
Flat hair.
We have seen that bones develop out of soft cartilage during the years of growth. Proper food gives the body all the essential building materials for a healthy frame.
Nice mouthfeel.
Proper exercise influences the size and strength of the bone. Once developed, the body frame needs to be kept strong and healthy by good posture, by constant use of all the joints, tendons, and ligaments, by wearing proper clothes, and especially footwear.
Clothes, that's a
and by
deal breaker.
frequent exercise in fresh air. In short, by developing and keeping up this wonderful framework with which nature has endowed us.
Well, some of
When
us.
given proper care, the human body is capable of meeting all the exigencies of daily living.
The what now?
But it is up to everyone to develop the potentialities of his own body frame in order to enjoy a richer and healthier life.
Thanks for watching. For more information on the skeleton, please consult the companion volume, Not a Racist Bone in My Body. Thank you for watching. Fun with Shorts is made possible by Patreon and viewers like these. For as little as $1 per video, you can see early and exclusive shorts. Also, please check out the newly updated funwithshorts.com for the latest video downloads, DVDs, and, at long last, merch. Okay, that's the end. Bye.